Hey, how are you guys?
Good.
Good.
Oh, my favorite movie of the year so far. So
Oh,
this
so
is
cool.
oh, it's a pleasure. And also just to watch you guys in, going in what almost feels like a completely different movie, right? If you go in kind of blind, you're like,
Hmm.
no one here's named Chuck. But like the speed with which you fall in love with both of these characters and are invested and are sort of clocking all these little details about them that are important later that you don't know why you care. You're just because you're interested. You're looking like, oh, that phone and that phone, and they all pay off.
Hmm.
Credit to you guys sort of taking what's on the page and breathing life into these characters. And how do you pull that off? Because it is sort of you have a limited amount of time to give us a life of these people, and it's such moving work.
Yeah, I mean, I think for that first day, I really, it's sort of, I love, working with Karen as a screen partner because the first day that I was shooting was the telephone call, the long telephone call, and so Karen was actually upstairs on the other line where we were shooting on the set we were shooting in, and as soon as we started having this conversation, it felt so grounded and real and just full, just honest, and it really felt like we'd immediately dropped into these two people who were really trying to figure out their relationship as much as anything else, and that was, it was really great that all of that kind of preparation had been done beforehand. So that's the relationship felt very alive.
Oh, yeah, and also it just feels like a real phone call that you've had with someone where you may not have anything to say, but you don't want to get off the phone and it's, oh, I'll bring up this. I literally did that with someone with this movie recently.
Really?
Try try to explain it and you realize you're giving away too much and also not talking enough about it. But you want to share it with someone. And I think the Sagan monologue is 100% that. And I think, Karen, the way you kind of go back on it is, you know, slightly taking the piss out of it, but also recognizing like this is important and also this is something he needs to tell me.
Hmm.
you know, Maybe I need to hear it. And there's just something beautiful about that scene and the way it all culminates at the end of the first act. Just it feels like you've watched these people, maybe figure it out. And at a point where, like I told everyone else, I watched the movie, and when Matthew gives his monologue about everything that's wrong in the world, one of the things that supposed to be in the future was happening that day while I was watching the movie. I'm like, oh, great, we're in the middle of a movie.
Like, yeah.
It's an immersive experience.
Be a good sign. But I think about how much hope this movie gives you because the way that act ends, you feel oddly hopeful
Yeah.
without even
Right.
knowing what it's about. But I think you guys did that. So how do you sort of know that you pulled that off? Like that phone scene is amazing, but to be able to do so much and then linger for the next sort of 90 minutes on the audience and make an impact. How do you know you pull it off? And also how cool is it to see that that's sort of the one of the centerpiece things in the marketing now is that Sagan monologue.
Amazing.
I don't know how you know they pulled it off other than hearing people's reactions, but I think that that's not really what I would go into a scene thinking or hoping for. I think I'm just simply trying to play the truth of the situation and make it believable for people, and try to just genuinely feel whatever I'm feeling in the moment. And that's about as far as it goes, and then everything else is kind of outside of what we do. It's something that exists between the film and the audience.
Oh yeah, it's magnificent work. You guys should be so incredibly proud. The whole thing, but especially I think how easy it is to fall in love with you guys at the beginning. So
Oh,
just
thanks.
so proud.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for doing this.